Hey everyone, I am just popping in to tell you a little story. You can't run away from your grief. And I learned that the hard way. I'm going to tell you a little story. When my husband passed away, a few days, I believe, after he passed away, I was just tired of hearing everybody say, sorry for your loss, sorry for your loss, sorry for your loss. And don't get me wrong, I know these people were well intended with their sorry for your losses and their condolences. However, for me, as the widow, it was very overwhelming. It was so overwhelming, I'll tell you, that I booked a flight to Vancouver. I live in Canada, but it's 4 hour flight from where I am to Vancouver. And so I booked a flight and I booked myself into a hotel on the water for 4 days, trying to run away from my grief. So, anyways, I get there and I book into the hotel, and timing is different from here. So, a little bit of jet lag. So, I had a good night's sleep and I woke up the next morning, mid morning, and decided I'm going to go downstairs to the restaurant in the hotel to have some breakfast. So I sit at a table, I get my menu, I'm seated, order my food, and I'm sitting and I'm looking out of the window and looking at the water. And, I'm still grieving. However, I'm in Vancouver and nobody knows that I'm a widow here. So nobody's saying, sorry for your loss. So, woohoo, or so I thought, right? So I'm sitting at the table, waiting for my dinner, waiting for my breakfast, sorry. And trigger number one. I look across the table and there's an empty chair there. That's the chair where Brian used to sit. And I'm looking at this empty chair, and it was an instant trigger that, okay, you can't run away from your grief. It's here with you in Vancouver. And I started to tear up a little bit, but I thought to myself, girl, you're in public, keep it together, which was a mistake, by the way. Fall apart if you need to, grieve how you need to. I shouldn't have put myself under that pressure. But, anyways, I did, and I kind of pulled it together. And then I'm still waiting for my breakfast, and there's music playing over the loudspeaker in the restaurant. And guess what song comes on the loudspeaker? Yes, All of Me, John Legend. That is the song. That's our wedding song. Let me put it to you that way. That's the song that we got married to. Well, let me tell you, I lost it, lost it, lost it. Trigger number one, I could kind of handle. Trigger number two, I lost it. I completely lost it in that restaurant by myself. Thank goodness I was sitting kind of facing a window and I could kind of face myself away from other people so they wouldn't have to see me. And again, I shouldn't have put myself under that pressure. Who cares? I'm grieving. Grieve how I want to grieve. So, anyways, I pull myself together just before the breakfast comes. And I have my breakfast and I think about my, loss, and I'm sitting in my grief, and I'm kind of glad that I took off to Vancouver, but kind of thought maybe I should have stayed home. Like, there were so many mixed feelings and mixed emotions that I was going through at the time. And I tell you this story just to let you know, especially you widows out there, that grieve any way you want to grieve, because you can't run away from it. I tried. I booked a flight to Vancouver, couldn't run away from it. It was right there waiting for me. So you can't run away from your grief. And yeah, I just wanted to say that. And for you widows out there who are struggling with your grief, I would love to hear your story. I would love to support you. I would love to walk the path with you. I've been there, so I know what it's like. Have a great day.